Okay, good evening all. Today we are celebrating Guru Purnima. Okay, paying respect to our teachers. That's the agenda. And we begin our session. Today we will have a workshop on learning skill. Okay, and before that, let's have a prayer from Vaishnavi. With that, we will start the workshop. Okay, start. Okay, thank you, Vaishnavi. So let's start our event today. We have a small workshop on study cycle. Matkondo class go kutondre he explains about the subject. You will understand first. Okay, and also whatever doubts you have, you can ask questions. Number one, you will get yourself highlighted in the class. And the teachers will also like because you are interacting. Okay. Once there is an interaction, there will be interest in the subject. That is tip number one. Now you have to go to the class. Okay. And tip number two. In the class, what you should do? Can you read? Read.
Use an effective note-taking system. Listen to 5 answers to your questions. Include what the professor says in addition to what's on slide or board. Leave space in your notes to add material later.
Okay. So what do you understand? That means you have to, while making notes, give some space. Okay. If there is a doubt, you can add insert comment so that when you revise in the evening after the class, you will understand what exactly you have done. Okay? And after that, after the class, this is within the class, then after the class, what you have to do? You will read? Read.
Review. Read note and text materials to fill in gaps.
Synthesize, summarize your learning in a few sentences. Make the sentence short. Make it short so that your memory will get registered. Okay?
Question. Clarify questions using resources such as
Instructor, TA, text, peers, tutor, etc. Peers and you have to give some reference, cross reference. But here on to for that you have to give a relevant. ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನೋ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೀ ಓಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ ಒನ್ ದಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ suddenly you will remember that particular sound or bird or tree, whatever it is, then you get back that particular sentence or word. Okay?
Link new information in the preview here.
Next. Fourth one. You will read it. Read it.
Develop concept maps, charts, tables or diagrams. Practice problems without looking at the steps in your text or notes. Explain ideas aloud. Challenge yourself to apply knowledge to problem solving or real world situations.
Eda, what do you understand? We should understand the concept. Okay. ಇವಾಗ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಅದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Once or two problems once you solve, the memory will get registered, and then similar problems you can always do faster. And explain the ideas loud. In the other ideas, it's not so that you are able so that again it will be useful. Okay. Then challenge yourself to apply knowledge to problem solving or real world situation. ಅಂದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಗೆ ಸೂಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಥರ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರ, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಹೌ ಯು ಪುಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಎ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್, ಯು ಬೈ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, then immediately you should know how to find out the price. You know the cost, you know the quantity. What do you do? Multiply both and then result will be the answer. Okay, like that you have to practice. Next.
Arrive early to minimize anxiety. Get an overview before you begin. Read directions carefully. Keep track of your time. Practice relaxation and positive self-talk.
Okay, what do you understand?
Arrive early to minimize anxiety.
Yes, one thing you have to anxiety. Andre, for example, you have studied, you have to go to a test or examination. Okay. Whether everything you will get back, whether you can answer, such sort of anxiety you should not get. Okay. So you should reach the place in time, get up early, study, and get an overview before you begin. Question, that means you have to read the question, you have to understand the question, then you have to formulate what you have to write. Okay. Then you have to do. Otherwise, simply in a hurry, only 30 minutes, I have to finish this, do mistake, that we should avoid. And read direction carefully. They would have given some directions in the question papers. Okay. Certain questions, it is only 1 mark question, certain marks questions are 2, 3, like that. So accordingly, you have to write so many steps. Okay. And they also would have given answer first 5 questions or next 3 questions, something like that. Okay. Out of 8 questions or 9 questions, they will ask choose 4 or 5 questions from that. Okay, that you have to understand. Then start writing the exam. Then you have to keep your time schedule. Okay. You have to get up early. You have to plan your today's class, what all the subjects you are going to teach. And then for reaching the school you need certain time, that also you have to understand. Like that you have to plan your time schedule. Evening you have to have some time for playing as well as reviewing what all you have studied that day. And then also prepare for the homework and other things. All those things daily you have to schedule and practice. And then the last one is practice relaxation and positive self-talk. Relaxation is very important. You should not get yourself tense. Okay? You have to relax, casually go to the subject. This is to simplify your memory tips. Okay? Make notes while reading and learning. You have to make notes. Okay? Then use acronyms. That means give reference to certain objects. Okay. Overlearn newly obtained information. That means new information you have to repeat. Overlearn means you have to read twice, thrice, whatever it is convenient to you. And you have to improve your focus on the subject. That is very important. Otherwise, keeping the book here and then mind is elsewhere. What my friend is doing, what my mom is cooking, like that. That is it all. And you should get enough sleep, good sleep, so that the next day morning you are ready for the day-to-day attack. And review materials before going to bed. Okay, that day what all you have studied in the school as well as in the tuition class or whatever it is, that once you revise, it will remain in your memory longer. Okay. And you should also have healthy food habits. Okay. As far as possible, have good foods instead of pizzas and burgers, which will have indigestion problem. Okay, and you won't get sleep properly. Okay, and study through visuals and verbal formats. Okay. Okay. So we were discussing about consumption of healthy food. Okay, that is very important. And study through visuals and verbal formats. Videos ನೋಡೋದು ಈ ಥರ ನೋಡೋದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ get some memorizing capacity improve ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, study visuals and verbal formats. Avoid stressing yourself. Stress ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು. Okay, suppose you study something, one mathematics problem you have studied, second time you could not do properly. There is some problem, some step you missed. Okay, so you should not get tensed. You have to again go through the notes, find out where you have exactly missed. Okay, and then practice, you will become alright. Okay, so you should not get yourself tensed or stressed. Okay, that you should make it a practice. Once you don't get, second time you read, second time you don't get, third time again you read, no problem. You have time that you have to follow. Okay, and keep in touch with your social network also. Okay, your friends and all, you should have a track how they are studying, what you are studying, what difference it is making, all those things. Keep yourself engaged with that social network also. So plan your study schedule. You have to create a timetable covering all the subjects. Allocate more time for difficult topics. For example, some topics will be difficult for individuals. Okay, maybe for me math will be easy, but history will be difficult for me. Like that, you will have some interesting topic and some lesser interest topics. But wherever you find it difficult, you should give the extra time for that. Okay, because you have to face the examination, you have to score higher marks, all those things are there. Because that is our goal. Set daily and weekly goals. You have to have a goal also. You have to set goals. This much you have to study, this much you have to get ready by end of July. So that August I am ready with the taking examination or test. First term examination will usually comes in August, no? Revise the entire syllabus. Make separate notebooks for formulas, theories and points for easy practice. Mathematics ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು 2-3 ಸಲ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಎಟ್ when you go for service also, when you go for higher, solve each and every question and the example given in NCERT books. Okay? All those things, question answer, we have to practice. And practice all the examples and questions given at the end of the chapter and in between the chapters too. Okay? ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವುದೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ದೇ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಈಸಿಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್. ಓಕೆ? And solve as far as possible, solve previous question papers so that you get a hands-on experience how the questions will appear and how you have to write answers and how much time it takes. Okay, that is also important because accordingly you have to whatever time given, no, within that you have to.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ್. ನಾನು ಶುದ್ಧ ಸ್ವರ ಸರ್ಗಮ್ ಗೀತೆ ಎಂಬ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಸಂಗೀತವನ್ನು ನುಡಿಸಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ.
All the best. Meanwhile, in the examination, be good citizens. Ultimately, that is what it is.